Good afternoon, folks. Back and where else but my beloved Donegal, out exploring a location that I've long marked on maps, but for whatever reason I haven't got a chance to get to it. I'm here today. The problem is, even though it's 20 degrees, it's May the 2nd, the wind up in the hills below the head of you. This location has got tons of potential, loads of sea caves, sea arches, but the problem is I can't get down onto the storm beach, but I'd love to get down onto. Cliffs are too steep, too dangerous. So in the interim, I'm gonna go along the ridges here, find a composition, hopefully find an image that works. God, I hate the wind. I've been up and down these cliffs, looking for compositions. The ones I want, there's literally a small hurricane funneling down through the cliff face, and it's too risky to set up the tripod and wait, because literally you're getting blown off the side of the cliff. My body does not know what hit it today. Step count is through the roof. Apple Watch is going, must be thinking it's stolen. But I'm going to go back up the cliffs here and see what I can find. Got a nice bit of light just illuminating the bay here. God, I would love to get down into among those, onto that storm beach, but there's not a chance in hell I'd get down there. I definitely wouldn't get back up again. So this location I'm going to work between for the next probably 2 hours. From here down towards the cliff face there. Ideally, I'd love the tide to be in more. It's quite low at the moment. Love a bit more movement in the water, and for the wind to drop down. I don't ask for much, do I? But I'm going to capture 1 or 2 images here, almost like bankers, to say I've been here, and if it all goes to hell later on, at least I have an image that marks the location. That's something to work towards getting back here. My eyes are not working properly for this scene. Oh, that's kind of boring. Let's take a banker anyway. I got to be honest here, I'm struggling with the composition. While the foreground and the side light of the rocks or the cliff face is really nice, the sky is as blue as it comes and it's boring as hell. It's like a postcard. Gonna try and work this foreground here. I actually came here today hoping I could sea thrift. It would be everywhere, but I think I've seen about 3 pieces of sea thrift on this trip. So I'm going to try and maybe shift the camera so it's pointing back this way towards the rocks and see if I can make for a slightly more interesting composition. Come across a half decent composition. Just looking back into the bay, there's lovely even light starting to rake the cliff face, the distant hills, and the sky starting to get a bit more interesting. At least another 2 hours of light left, so there's no point traipsing up and around the hills, so I'm just going to drop anchor here. Work a composition here that's kind of interesting, a bit cliched. Going to be honest with you folks, photographically this has not been the most successful day. Will or won't they stay? The light's just getting a bit interesting again. Sun is sinking low. Might just go over this way and see what the light is like. Just as I was about to go, things have gone pop. Absolutely beautiful light now. Oh yeah, can I get a composition? Can I get a composition? Can I get something of interest? Oh, that's more interesting. Back to my old foreground rocks. And that is the picture. Lovely bit of evening light just raking the foreground in front of me here. It'll be here for a second and then it's gone. Oh yeah. Now, if only that sky was a bit more interesting. Trying to exclude that a bit more. Just trying to exclude the sky because it's a bit wishy-washy. Making use of these 2 rocks in the foreground just to try and balance the scene. Wispy clouds gathering. This could be interesting. A little bit interesting now. Just need a last splash of light. There's a sea stack just off in the foreground there, and it's got a nice lick of light on its left-hand side, which is just lifting the foreground enough to make this kind of image work, I think. But I just need another few more minutes of light and I'd be happy. Come on. Oh, that's lovely. 6 seconds, F10. And if the image is any good, I'll show it to you now. Good morning, folks, welcome back. And this morning's been an expensive morning so far. Camera fell onto these stones. Amazingly, it just looks like the ND grad is broke. But in the meantime, I've come out to this kind of storm beach. The sun's rising over to my right and starting to illuminate the clouds just above me here. And I've got a composition that I think's work. I'll show you it now. So this is the composition I'm working with. I've got this gorgeous rock in the foreground. And as those waves roll in and roll out, I'm just tripping the shutter. As the waves roll out, tripping the shutter just helps draw the eye into the scene. I want to be really careful that rock in the foreground does not clip the cliffs in the background there. Yeah. And it is, so I think we should be good. Going to take a couple more exposures here before the sun gets up. So peaceful and it's so warm. It's 18 degrees already. Setup wise, got a case ND grad on. F10, 10 seconds. And it kind of looks interesting. My level and my level. Yes. So folks, as I sit here with my porridge on an absolutely stunning morning, I don't think this trip has been the most worthwhile photographically speaking, but spiritually it's been wonderful for the soul. I gotta get the ferry back in about an hour's time. But the one thing this trip has done is I've uncovered new locations that I definitely want to get back to. The problem is some of them are an absolute pain in the butt to get to. The cuckoo. Skylarks. Little things like that, just hearing those. Skylarks, the cuckoo calling. Make this trip worthwhile. Photographically speaking, it hasn't been the greatest. I don't think any image that I've taken is out of this world. But it's not just the photography I do this for, it's for these little moments where you're amongst nature on a glorious, glorious summer day. The skylarks are giving out to me to shut up. So I'm going to shut up, have my porridge. Hope you liked the video. Leave a comment below, hit the thumbs up or whatever you want to do, and hopefully one or two of the images are of interest.